Let's hope this is working, huh? Every finger's crossed. Except not with a belt. Okie dokie. Echoes on echoes on echoes. So we're gonna try to do some they're not gonna give me a damn thing. What a pain in the ass. Because you can get some stuff done during like your first ever like mission out there. You can open some doors or kill some crows or whatever if they let you. Hard mode it is. Here we go. There's a guy over here that always almost sees me. I wondered whether or not he would actually see me during hard mode.
Vietnam is dragging on. The tide has turned against the U.S. and military is exhausted. The CIA is in the same boat.
Man, I've done this before.
It's
been a little while.
House on the Cuban coast. But a plan of this insanity would never get rubber stamped by the JCS. An official proposal has been submitted, but it only makes mention of expanding the refugee camps. Something is going on in Cuba's little America, far away from the eyes of Washington. And the truth behind it all should be on that cassette tape. Open the front gate. Opening front gate.
I saw somebody way the flippity flop over yonder. Pardon my language. Okay.
After identifying the target, approach him and grab him. That's the contact sign. Just make sure you wait until there aren't any other soldiers around. Lie down.
Okay.
All fire teams, this is CP. We may have a situation.
Shit.
Whoever's closest, go check it out. CP, this is Zulu 10. We'll investigate ASAP. Out.
Are you Zulu 10, Baldman?
Take a look at the target's face on your iDroid so you'll
My
know
name
him
is
when you see
Jonathan
him.
Baldman.
Then select mission info.
Spit it out.
Okay, come on, boy.
Spit it out. So you want this tape?
The agent's tape found its way into his hands? What was he doing with that tape? That takes care of the tape. In any case, come on home, boss. We'll have the client verify it.
Okay, we've got a runner. Oh. No longer matters.
Zulu 10, this is CP. Give me a sit rep.
Hands up.
Do you copy? Come in. We have a situation. All units on alert.
And it didn't count anything, right? So it doesn't want me to unlock all the doors, or... That's always funsies. Aragon. Nothing with a gosh diddly dang darn silencer. And there wasn't any, there wasn't any smoke grenades in here either, was there? Oh, mismatch. What a pain.
CP, this is Delta 1. Still no sign of the enemy. Standing down. Over. This is CP. CP, this is Zulu 7. Gunfire. No fix on the position. Over. This is CP. Understood. It could be an enemy attack. All units, stay alert.
Okay, come on. It's gonna be tough. So I just came back not too long ago.
We have what the client wanted. Now you just need to get out of there. Doesn't matter to me how...
CP, this is Delta 2.
I just got back not too long ago from the farm.
This is CP.
Um,
All unit out. CP, this is Zulu 7. Just saw a suspicious person. Gotta check it out. Over. This is CP. Understood. Keep your guard up. Out.
okay. So, 48 hours after my grandfather's surgery, or 2 days, that's the timeline that they gave us, it's 2 days. Bullet drop. Damn.
We have what the client wanted. Now you just need to get out of there. Doesn't matter to me how you do it. Call in the chopper, sneak out in the back of a truck. Hell, steal a car and smash right through one of the exits if you feel like it.
Do you think I can get away with... think I can get away with crawling through a side window? Is that an option? I don't know. Nope, it's not an option.
CP, this is Delta 6.
That takes care of your tape. Time to get out of there.
This is CP. Understood. It could be an enemy attack. All units, stay alert.
Oh yes.
Delta 9. Investigating now. Out. All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security camp. There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
The surveillance camera. That was close.
What the? Huh? What's up? You okay?
There we go. Now I'd like to grab Mr. Baldman. Dude, they refilled his ammo. So anyway, I just got back from the farm not too long ago. They told my grandfather that 2 days after his surgery, he should be able to drive again. And it has been 48 hours since the surgery. It has been over with, and so at the end of the day, like, the time meets up, and I watched him drive away. And he's got the number of the phone that he's letting me borrow, so.
This is Delta 6. Spotted a suspicious person. Request somebody to check it out. Over. Delta 6, this is CP. We don't have the manpower right now. Stay on the lookout for further activity. Out.
Jeez, wait, that was tough enough, wasn't it?
All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security cam. There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out. CP, this is Delta 2. We're hearing gunfire. Unknown location. Over. This is CP.
What the hell was that? Did you see that?
Eliminate as necessary. Out.
Can I get him? Ooh, I got him. Second time, at least. So I watched him drive away. He's letting me borrow a phone, and he's got the number of the phone that he's letting me borrow, so. So I'm taking a little break from worrying about the guy for a little while. Worrying is its own little thing. So, I've got generalized anxiety disorder. And as part of that whole gobbledygook, my therapist that was at Scott Air Force Base, a psychologist, she had me read a book called The Worry Cure. And it was an interesting book. And the basics behind the book is that essentially worrying is worthless. It's not an exercise in doing anything. You try to convince yourself that by worrying, you're preparing for the future. But what does worry actually? It disallows you from doing anything. And that's a world of difference, right?
The mission's complete. All you need to do now is get out of there.
Whatever.
CP, this is Delta 4. Still no hostiles around here. We're standing down. Over. This is CP. Understood. All fire teams, return to your posts. Out.
No chances. Just because I don't think this guy will get in the way doesn't mean that he won't. Made that mistake last time. And that... Okay. Okay, so... And we reset, so we fucking lost the, we lost the agent. We got the bald guy, we don't have the agent. Not anymore. Who was getting suspicious and about what, precisely? That's the guards are suspicious music. That's not the music that I want to hear. That's not the music that anybody wants to hear. There we go.
A prisoner. You gonna help him?
Help! Help!
So, in the worry cure, they say, like, you try to convince yourself that by worrying you are preparing for the future, but the reality is that worrying is sapping your energy, and it's disallowing you from doing any actions that might potentially prepare you for the future. You could say that, or you try to convince yourself that at the very least, you're bracing for a gut punch, right? So by worrying about the future, you may not be able to do anything to try to stop the future from being as bad as you think it's going to be, but you might instead at least be able to essentially brace yourself in case the future decides to haul back and whack you right in the gut. But that's not true either. It still takes you by surprise. So whenever I was in the military, while I was active duty, I should say, one of the greatest pieces of advice that I got about shooting a handgun is whenever you pull the trigger, pull it back very slowly and continue to aim and breathe. A ton of people will always do that shit. Have you ever played? There's one of the Call of Duty games, one of the Battlefield games, one of these games. In one of them, there's an option to like hold down a trigger or something to hold your breath. And so, because of that option, people think that that's about the way that things go. That you're supposed to hold your breath whenever you fire. And maybe snipers have to do that, but people firing handguns, that's not going to be something that they're going to be required to do. And you can hit center mass on a target without having to hold your friggin' breath. Maybe if you're part of the military, one of the military's handgun teams, or, you know, the firearm specialist or something like that, sure, but for your average rank and file, like I was at the time,
It's headed your way now.
that's not going to be a necessity. Either way, like I said, people told me Are you fucking kidding me, dude? That sucks. Fine, this time. This time I'll hold him up after I put him to sleep. Wakes up too quickly on hard mode. Got it. So, like snipers and stuff like that, they might have to hold their breath before they fire their weapon. But for the average rank and file who's just trying to shoot center mass on a target, then that's not going to be necessary. So, the advice that I was always got instead, and some snipers actually fire in between heartbeats, which is really, really cool. But like I said, not a skill that you need to learn if you're just trying to shoot center mass. So the advice that I always got very good advice. It was very simply, pull the trigger back slowly, exhaling the entire time, and whenever the gun actually does go off, it'll be a surprise. With handguns, it can become very complicated to try to figure out why you missed the target, because you can miss the target in so many different ways. If you have too much trigger finger trying to grip the trigger, then by pulling your trigger finger, you could also pull the gun itself off target, the pistol itself. And if you don't have enough trigger finger in there, trying to pull the trigger could be pushing the gun to the left. If you are trying to anticipate the gun going off, you could be flinching backwards, or you could be trying to compensate for the recoil on the gun by pushing the gun forwards whenever you believe it's going to fire. Therefore, your shots are now landing low. You know what I mean? So that's the general way that this particular cookie crumbles in regard. Every single shot is now a surprise. Every time the gun goes off, it's a surprise. And since it's a surprise, you're not anticipating it, you're not flinching, you're not pushing the gun down, you're not pulling the gun up. Therefore, everything is going to go the way that you want it to go much, much more often. The bullet is going to hit where you want it to hit, and everybody's going to be okay. So going back to anxiety, going back to worrying, even if the only thing that worry would actually do for you is allow you to brace for that gut punch, it is not doing that. Instead, you're bracing for a long, long time, and by the time the gut punch comes, well, it's bad, you know. You've braced for that gut punch the wrong way. Wrong button.
I gotta pull out.
That was the wrong button. No. No. I cannot get away from this one small part. Okay.
We have what the client wanted.
So,
We just need to get out of there. Doesn't matter to me.
what you're likely to do is brace for a gut punch for a very long time, and then by the time that the gut punch comes around, now you can't brace for it because your gut is now tired, your muscles are tired. So that's one of the more likely things to occur. But no matter what occurs, what you want to occur isn't going to happen. You are not preparing for the catastrophe by worrying about it. And that's the point of the book.
A prisoner.
Now, what if I tell you an objective fact? I've used this example before. Here's an objective fact. A salad has less calories in it than a Big Mac. Huzzah! You know, thank God I was here to tell you that, or else you never would have guessed, right? I've really streamlined the rest of your life because of that objective fact. Facts don't change behavior very often. In the information technology world, they're known as data, and data is one of the lowest forms of information that humankind has ever come up with. It sucks. It's terrible at changing behavior. It's still important for data. If you state emphatically that data is not important, you're never going to be able to show up on time for any appointment. And if you have an appointment to, like my grandfather, to fix his heart so that he can drive from point A to point B without getting dizzy and possibly crashing his car and killing everybody, like that's a bad thing. So you need to show up on time for appointments, because a date is data. It's not super important, but it's still important, right? It's just telling somebody that it happens to be Wednesday today, that's not going to change their mind about too many different things. So that was the whole thing with Worry Cure and everything like that. And like I said, I just got back from the farm not too long ago, taking my break from worrying about my grandfather. And hopefully he's going to be okay for the rest of this week, and hopefully nobody's going to let him really work that hard or bend over in weird ways, rip open his stitches. Gonna make sure that everything's going to be okay with him. And my uncle is coming over tomorrow for a period of time. And I'll go over and visit them because he's going to make some food. But I've got a few things going on tomorrow. I have to go give plasma tomorrow.
This is Morphle, on station at LZ.
And I have to do my final dentist appointment tomorrow and get a lot of things done. You know what? I'm gonna leave the agent here. Remember that leaving the agent here doesn't actually do anything wrong. The agent's gonna be okay. The agent's not gonna die. He's not really one of ours. So I'm gonna just leave the agent here, and I'm gonna have to repeat the hard mode mission many times. So next time I can get the agent at the very least, if not both of them, the bald guy and the agent.
Retrieval complete. Outstanding job, boss. We'll get on that analysis right away.
5 retries. I think if I would have just done 4 retries, I think everything would have been fine. Fastest acquisition of second tape. Fast as an acquisition, that's not too bad. I should be able to get both pretty quickly. Fastest is just setting a record. There's actually no real time limit. You're just setting that first record, and then that will be the time to beat the next time that you want to set a personal best or to try to compete in the global rankings, which I think are no longer tracked because this game's a little bit on the old side. So apparently, I think tomorrow I'm going to have to go to, basically as early as I can, I'm going to have to head down to the plasma place. And then after that's said and done, I'm gonna have to go to the dentist at like 5:30 in the evening. Like 5:30 p.m., 17:30 military time. How much do you want to bet that the other two trials are marking and neutralization? How much do you want to bet? You might have the answers open right in front of you. You could look up like what trials are part of this particular mission. Classified intel acquisition.
Just climb up there and turn the searchlight on. Once he sees that, he'll come to you. Once you've identified him, approach him and grab him. That's the contact sign. When you get out of that truck is up to you. Just be sure to take a good look around first. This John, he came through a cutout, but I have a feeling the client is the Joint Chiefs of Staff. After all, the chairman has a lot of faith in you after
I get past this guy that always almost spots me.
by the nation's highest-ranking military officers to spy on a military base. Not your everyday story, but there's more to it than that. That base doesn't follow American, Cuban, or any other law. Somebody wants themselves a place where they can interrogate POWs as they please without being held to the Geneva Convention. A black site. Vietnam is dragging on. The tide has turned against the U.S. and the military is exhausted.
Well, there's an actual entire like story here, so you can look that up if you wish. But I'm not going to be able to do justice to everything.
Something's going on in Cuba's little America, far away from the eyes of Washington, and the truth behind it all should be on that. Identifying the target, approach him and grab him. That's the contact sign. Just make sure you wait until there aren't any other soldiers
around. Right around here.
Hands up. Get down. Hands up. Get down. So you want this tape?
The agent's tape found its way into his hands? What was he doing with that
Really?
tape? That takes care of the tape. In any case, come on home, boss. We'll have the client verify it.
Did it say second tape? I wasn't paying attention. Did it say I got the second tape record? Beautiful. Where's the agent?
We have what the client wanted. Now you just need to get out of there. Doesn't matter to me how you do it.
Here's the
Call in
agent.
the chopper, sneak out in the back of a truck.
Going too
Hell, steal a
fast. I
car
don't
and
know where that
smash
guy
right through
is.
one of the exits if you feel like it.
Who thinks they see me? This guy thinks he sees me. Okay. That's not a big deal.
You okay?
Who's asking? I hear footsteps. I don't see anybody, but okay, here. Holy shit.
All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security camp. There's no reason for it
That
to be
takes care
down.
of the tank. Time to get out of there.
CP, this is Delta 9. We've got unidentified gunfire. Location unknown. Over. This is CP. Understood. All units, be on alert.
Heads up. Micah.
He got up quick. Alrighty then. Get the bald guy for shits and giggles. Let's see. Come on, big man.
All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security camp. There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out. CP, this is Delta 9. We've got unidentified gunfire. Location unknown. Over. This is CP. Understood. Locate threat immediately and eliminate as necessary. Out.
Okay, everything looks good for now. And boom.
CP, this is Delta
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
Arrived on scene. Starting a check of the area. Over. CP, understood. Keep your eyes open. Out.
That should be it, buddy boy. There you go.
Delta 1, this is CP. Give me a sit rep. Do you copy? Come in. We have a situation. All units up.
Who the fuck? That sucks. Okay. Cabo tapes, refills, and all of our stuff. I thought there was a. I thought there was a camera over here, and yes, there is. It just doesn't have the draw distance. Why don't you go ahead and explain to me how that didn't hit you, bud? Can you riddle me that? There's been this ant that's been crawling on me for the past 25 fucking minutes, and it finally showed up. Just smacked the shit out of it. It's pretty cool, pretty heroic. Normally I have to call in the entire United States Marines just to like kill an ant for me. They're icky, what can I say? You know. Where's the bald guy? There's the bald soldier. It normally resets after every checkpoint. It'll reset somewhere weird. Who's asking? This guy's asking. He's down. The bald guy is not in reception here, waiting for us. So where is he? Not over here. It's not over here. Bald guy's fucking blue to poop. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Let's go find that agent. Are you fucking kidding me?
Man down!
That's one of yous. Somebody without a hat on. Oh man. Excellent. Excellent. So yeah, this mission has an actual like story and everything. But like I said, I can't do much justice to it. So I suggest that you look it up. If you just go up and contact the agent. So, what do they say, right? They said that the sign to contact the agent is to go up and grab him. That's what they said, correct?
We have what the client wanted. Now you just need to get out of there. Doesn't matter to me how you do it.
Yeah,
Call
that's
in
very
the chopper,
strange.
sneak out in the back of a truck,
Whatever.
hell, steal a car and smash right through one of the exits if you feel like it.
Kill somebody, kill two people, kill people and then eat them. Doesn't matter to me, man. It's your show, dog. There we go.
CP, this is Zulu 6. We're hearing gunfire. Unknown location. Over. This is CP. Understood. All units, be on alert. All fire teams.
Oh, yes.
Zulu 1, this is CP. Give me a sit rep. Do you copy? Come in. We have a situation. All units on alert.
Kick ass. Okay. Took a long way around, why not? Scenic route. Okay. A long walk. Night.
CP, this is Delta 4. Still no sign of the enemy. Standing down. Over.
He's facing that direction.
Understood. All fire teams, return to your posts. Out.
Where's our prison guard? It's over yonder, where he's supposed to be.
CP, this is Delta 4. Signs of enemy activity. Tightening security. Over.
I think he's talking about that smoke grenade I tossed at one of the guards earlier. So, I am ready to move on from this particular chapter of my adventure this particular week. We had all the drama of my grandfather and everything, going to the surgery, coming back from the surgery, bleeding.
A prisoner. You gonna help him?
Everything that I could do to try to stop him from beginning to bleed again. All of those things, all the above. So,
CP, this is Zulu 10. Still no hostiles around here. We're standing down. Over. This is CP. Understood. Stand down. Stand down. Return to your posts. Out.
like I said, tomorrow I gotta get plasma. And I gotta get plasma as soon as humanly possible. And, and then in the evening, I've got to go to my final dental appointment, and then they'll be done with a deep cleaning and analysis and everything, trying to figure out everything that could possibly go wrong. And did I ever kick that guard and hold him up? Because I don't think I did. He might wake up any time now, yeah. There he is. Did subtitles just pop up a second ago?
Please select a landing zone.
Roger that chopper request. It's headed your way now.
So, besides that, some other irons in the fire. Here's one thing. So today I was supposed to talk to the VA specific disability people, right? So they were supposed to call me and do an introductory phone session with me.
This is Morpho, arriving shortly at LZ.
So I waited until the time that they were supposed to call, and
On station at LZ.
I didn't get a phone call. So I began to look around because I thought that there was one question that they asked me that I wasn't sure on. They said, did you do the intake, the introductory intake form? And I said, yes, because I had signed something for one of them. And then they switched me to somebody else entirely. And so since they switched me to someone else entirely, suddenly, suddenly,
Target on board.
wrong button. Since they switched me to someone else entirely, they got, you know, lost in the emails. It took me forever to track them down. So, since I had filled out something, I figured that that's what they were talking about. So then I began looking around, and I found that's the introductory form that they wanted me to sign that I said that I'd already filled out. That introductory form,
Retrieval complete. Outstanding job, boss. We'll get on that.
that introductory form was not filled out, and so I began to fill it out, and it had a lot of questions on it. Okay, so no kill stealth and no weapons. What the fuck? That's gonna suck. No kill stealth and no weapons. Are you kidding me? God, how am I gonna pull that off? No kill stealth, no weapons. Jeezy Pete's. That's gonna be a son of a bitch. No kill stealth, no weapons. Wow. Like I said, I could always do them, you know, separately. But if I don't use any weapons, then I'm definitely going to need to do it in stealth. And it, by definition, won't be any kills. So I can't kill people with no weapons. Well, I can, but it's a real pain. Anyway, so I began filling out this initial, you know, whatever introductory form, and there's a lot of questions even on there that I was very unsure of, and I don't know how to check and see if, you know, any of these questions are true or false. Do you already have a disability claim in development at the moment? I don't know. How do I check? I don't know. And do they tell me? No. So I'm here very confused, up the creek without a paddle, and I'm tired, you know, I'm so sick of, you know, veteran disability this and veteran disability, or irregular disability that. I don't want to do it in the first place. Who the hell wants to consider themselves disabled? And I've been messing with this bullshit for so long.
Somebody wants themselves a place where they can interrogate POWs as they please without being
Like,
held to the Geneva Convention.
one of the things that I did whenever I left active duty, whenever anybody leaves active duty, they're given the chance to go to the Transition Assistance Program class. So TAPS class. So they get the chance to go there. And, I mean, it makes sense to want to go there because they're going to pay you to go there. So no matter what the hell your normal job is, now your job is to be paid to go to a class to learn how to quit your job, essentially.
After identifying the target, approach him and grab him. That's the contact sign. Just make sure you wait until there aren't any other soldiers around.
Are you kidding me, dude? Seriously? I forgot that coyote time
Make contact with the agent
counts.
posing as a Marine. Check his appearance on your
Okay.
iDroid. Thing is, he's not one of us, so don't let your guard down around him. One other...
No! It even counts if it fucking opens up mid-CQC. That's bullshit.
Make contact with the agent posing as a Marine. Check his appearance on your iDroid. Thing is, he's not one of us, so don't let your guard down around him.
Hands up.
One other thing, boss. I've been told you can also use the watchtower on the west side of the base to contact the...
The person running the class was a former Army veteran himself. So he's giving us the rundown. He tells us we definitely... You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Okay, so
Make contact with
Transition
the agent
Assistance
posing as a
Program
Marine.
class.
Check his appearance on your iDroid. Thing is, he's not one of us, so don't let your guard down around him. One other thing, boss. I've been told you can also use the watchtower on the west side of the base to contact the target. Just climb up there and turn the searchlight on. Once he sees that, he'll come to you. Once you've identified him, approach him and grab him. That's the contact sign.
The map is being updated.
So he's giving us the rundown and he tells us like, hey, I don't care how like in shape that you think that you are, I don't care how tough that you think you are, I don't care if you're in special forces or not, you need to get checked to see if you have any disability. You need to apply for disability at Veterans Affairs Medical Center, at a Veterans Affairs Medical Center.
We'll investigate immediately. Out.
And he says, he was an Army transport guy. A truck driver or a mechanic or something like that. And in his line of work, absolutely everything is extremely loud. And I've been to a motor pool before. I believe him that it's extremely loud and ridiculous. Please, fucking please. Please allow me to sneak up on somebody. Pretty please with fucking cheese on top, man.
Make contact with the agent posing as a Marine. Check his appearance on your iDroid. Thing is, he's not one of us, so don't let your guard down around him. One other thing, boss. I've been told you can also use the watchtower on the west side of the base to contact the target. Just climb up there and turn the searchlight on. Once he sees that, he'll come to you. Once you've identified him, approach him and grab him. That's the contact sign.
Fantastic.
Make
This
contact
won't,
with the agent
this
posing
won't
as
be a
Marine.
simultaneous
Check his appearance
S-rig.
on
I
your
don't know if
iDroid.
you've noticed that.
Thing is, he's not one of us, so don't let your guard down around him. One other thing, boss.
Fantastic.
Make contact with the agent posing as a Marine. Check his appearance on your iDroid.
So, this Army veteran, former mechanic, is telling us about how, you know, he thought he was fit as a fiddle. He didn't think that there was anything wrong with him. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Fucking turns around too quick.
Make contact with the agent posing as a Marine. Check his appearance on your iDroid.
Boss, please. Whenever I get back to base,
so don't let your
I'm gonna
guard down
fucking
around
kill
him.
you myself
One other thing, boss.
if you tell
I've been
me
told you can the watchtower
what
on
to
the west
do
side of the base to
one
contact
more
the target.
fucking time.
Just climb up there and turn the searchlight on. Once he sees that, he'll come to you. Once you've
What the hell
identified
is
him,
that?
approach him and grab him.
Sometimes it
That's the
works,
contact
sometimes it
sign.
doesn't.
The map has been updated.
Okay. So there's usually a guy down here in between me and Baldy. But is that the guy that I just held up?
Lie down. Speak.
Someone is suspicious.
The agent's tape found its way into his hands? What was he doing with that tape?
Okay.
That takes care of the tape. In any case, come on home, boss. We'll have the
I
client
hope
verify
and
it.
fucking prayer that there's no one over here. Holy fuck, are you kidding me? Can you pretty please with cheese on top? Look the other direction. Thank you.
Hands up. Get down.
So there's the guy in the truck.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted him to give me the positions of some of his compatriots around here. Are you fucking kidding me, Snake? I move slightly and suddenly he fucking gets back up. Okay. Alright. What the fuck was that, Snake? He stands all the fuck way up. Whatever. So I checked this thing, and now I fill out his introductory thingamajig that he wanted me to do. And that's all said and done. And like I said, I really don't know the answer to half the questions, but I fill it out anyway, and I figure that I'll just explain whenever I talk to him, which is what I figured that I would do with not having it filled out, right? I figured he'd call me and I'd say, hey, I don't know what the precise form is, but since his only question for scheduling the appointment was, did you do it? Yes or no? And I said, yes, because I thought I did. But he didn't call me, so I'm guessing that that's an extremely important question to him. He really wants the answer to that question to be definitive, yes or no. Doesn't like whenever people lie to him, and nobody really does. So it makes perfect sense, right? So anyway, alrighty. Oh boy.
You! Please help me! Help!
A prisoner. You gonna help
Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. That was rough. Okay. Wowie, zowie. That one was close. Okay, so.
Can you get me to info?
Motorola Razr. It's the newest.
Want to let me know?
No, it's not. This game takes place in like 1975. They're still like on rotary dials. If that. Phone switchboard operators. There we go. So I start looking into it, and I start digging around, and he wants me to also, as a step 3 to the process, he says, step 2, schedule an introductory call with this new guy. And it says step 3 is to attend this introductory thingamajig. It's like this, either it's a video that I'm going to have to watch, or like a Zoom class that I'm going to have to take, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But, you know, that's what it is, and that's what he wants me to do as step 3. Schedule, then watch this new thing, and maybe I would get the answers to my question in this new thing. So the new thing is coming on Tuesday night, next week. So I'm going to have to do that. And I start digging around, and there's like a shitload of stuff. Like, it's crazy. There's so much stuff to do. There's so many videos to watch. There's so much. There's just so much. There's just so much. Oh, I bet you should have called the helicopter a half an hour ago.
Roger that chopper request. It's headed your way now.
So, so I look around, there's a lot of stuff that I gotta do. So after the sun goes down tonight, that's precisely what I'm gonna do. I have a few of my chores done already for the day, but I think I'm gonna start watching through this stuff, trying to educate myself on their process. They seem to really know what they're doing, and a lot of people in the veteran disability sort of community, the veteran community in general, they're constantly saying the same shit. They're constantly saying, like, don't pay anybody to do anything, even if it's back disability, even if it's back pay. So, like, they're not going to take any money from you in the future. They're just going to take some of the money from you that you were owed in the past. Dude, it's been, you know, it's been 13 years since I left active duty, and I haven't gotten anything but multiple diagnoses, large amounts of education, to the tune of the largest amount of education or of medication that can be legally prescribed to a human. Like, it's bad. What I've gotten is bad, and it's still at 0%. So what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? It's like they keep saying, like, don't pay for it, don't pay for it, don't pay for it. Like, I've tried not paying for it. It's about time that I try paying for it. It's like I've tried every fucking free option that's out there. Listen, deny until they die was like the official, unofficial policy.
Retrieval complete.
No
Think that
fucking
could have
way.
gone any better. That's why you're the man in charge.
A fucking S rank with 7 retries? Holy shit. That was bananas. BANANAS. That's fucking crazy, dude. That was buck McFucking wild. I did not think that was going to happen. I didn't think I was going to clutch that, but there you go. That's how you do it, I guess. Trials. Wrong one. Play records. So once the sun goes down, I'm going to start trying to educate myself. I'm going to start trying to go through it. The only thing that they take is a percentage of things. I think it's like 1/5 the increase for a period of something or the other. So like if they increase you by it's like 50%. So if they increase you like $500 a month, then they're going to take $250 a month for like 10 months or something stupid like that. And then you're done. But they don't take any of your back pay that you're owed. None of that. What do we got left, man? So we kick this ass, this one. I guess that'll be the next one. Anti-air. The renegade threat is not that bad. It's just not. I might do it next. Eliminate the renegade threat. But they also have a lot of other things. So like they say that they're going to give you as many resources as they possibly can to try to push these numbers up and get you the disability that they believe that you deserve and all this. But they also have like their proprietary team in-house, like their own doctors, their own people, and those people cost money to talk to, like money up front, like hundreds of dollars at a time, but never thousands. They're fair prices, but they're still pretty big prices for a student. So if I have to start relying on those and actually seeing their proprietary doctors and whatnot, then things are going to start to get hairy. I'm hoping that they're going to give me enough up front that I'm going to be able to do something. Like if I get 10%, if I turn my disability from 0% to just 10% disabled, then they would give me a little over $100 a month of disability payments. And that's a fair amount. You can do a lot with that. There's whole countries that you can live at with that kind of money. You can live with very sustainably with that kind of money. But the back pay, if they pay me back dating to 2011, plugging it into the calculator, that's $25,000 for all of the months that they didn't pay me that $100 and some change. It's $25,000 dating back to 2011. If it works the other way and it dates all the way back to my first day in service, that's 2007, and so that would be like $32,000 or something. I just did this calculation a little bit earlier. So I'm hoping that I can use their resources to get something and then reinvest that in the rest of their resources. But if not, then they say that all of this payment stuff is optional. You don't pay them if they don't win. If they don't increase your benefits in some way, shape, or form, then you don't pay a dime. So I can't lose, I guess. Either way, I'm gonna go get back to work on the cabin. The grind never stops. And and then after the sun goes down, I'll start watching these videos, try to figure things out. Anyway, talk to you later.